Hi, you've reached the voicemail box of Academicosaurus. If you're calling in regards to that big coffee donation we just got over on Ko-Fi, I know, we can't believe it either. Thank you, Matthew. You're the best. Everyone else, better hold on, because here comes the season finale.
Yeah.
Hey, it's B.
What's up?
Did you get my email about your book list?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Is it accurate?
Yeah, looks good.
So I should keep all of these in reserve, all 23 books.
Sure, thanks.
Even though it prevents students from growing as people since we're denying them the opportunity and responsibility of book ownership?
Uh-huh.
Ida, what is your damage?
What?
I expected at least a 12-minute rant about the affordability of college textbooks.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not like it changed anything, right? Nothing ever really changes.
Sure, nothing except you. Seriously, what is going on? 2 weeks ago, you would have been offended by me so much as hinting that it's the students' faults if they can't afford textbooks.
What do you want, B?
I want to know what the hell is wrong with you.
Nothing is wrong with me. I am fine.
Bullshit. We've barely seen you the past 2 weeks, ever since you went running out of the cafeteria.
You make it sound so dramatic. I just had to leave.
Look, lame excuses might work on Anne, but don't even try them on me.
B, what do you want me to say?
I want you to tell me about Darren Baylock.
I don't want to talk about this.
Well, tough shit, because you clearly need to. If you spend any more time up in your tower, you're going to become a dusty pile of bones, just like your frigging whale skeleton. How would we know at this point if Katya had come to kidnap you? The police would be all, when did you realize Ida Winters was missing? And we'd be all, she only ever comes out once a year to see her shadows, so we don't know.
I just needed some time.
Time to do what?
Time to get over the fact that I wasn't expecting to hear my frickin' ex-fiance's name come out of Kettle Badger's mouth, okay?
Ugh, God fucking finally.
What?
Oh, come on, Ida. I looked him up the second I got back to my office. I knew he was your fiancé.
Well, why didn't you say anything? Does Anne know too?
I'd say it's safe to assume she's managed to figure it out.
Why hasn't she said anything?
Ugh, because Anne doesn't know how to talk about feelings. I, on the other hand, don't give a shit if I'm pushing. Clearly you need to talk about this, so talk.
I don't need to talk about anything.
Yes, you do, Ida. We have crazy, creepy, bonkers nonsense happening, and you cannot be hiding away right now. Have you forgotten what's supposed to be happening tonight in like an hour?
Oh, shoot. The psychic paper?
Yeah, the psychic paper.
Look, can't you guys just, do it without me or something?
Ugh, are you stupid?
Hey!
No!
Why?
It needs to be the three of us. Otherwise, there's no balance.
Balance? Did you turn all new age in the past week?
2 weeks, Ida. And you know I'm right. This doesn't work with just 2 of us. We've got to be 3.
Well, what about Horatio? I'm sure he'd be more than happy to fill in for me.
Horatio is Horatio. He's no Ida.
Well, I think that might be the sweetest thing you've ever said to me.
That's only because I'm about to pressure you into telling me about your dead fiancé.
Jesus, B!
Look, I get that you don't want to talk about him. I really do. And normally I'd go nowhere near this. I don't need to know what you do or think about when you're alone.
These days, mostly text you and Anne, honestly.
Well, duh. But look, We're all aware that good old Keturah Badger did not come up with his name all on her own. Whatever is happening with the psychic paper, now it's got something to do with your dead fiancé.
Okay. Can we maybe say ex-fiancé? That's slightly less horrible than having to constantly say that he's dead.
Sorry. I mean, we could just go with fiancé.
And that makes it sound too possible.
How about we call him Darren?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay, so who was Darren?
Oh, you are going to laugh?
I basically never laugh. Why would I start now?
Good point. Okay, then Darren was an explorer.
Not laughing yet.
He was like someone you'd read about in a book. He seemed too good to be real, you know?
Not really.
Well, now you're just being discouraging.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. How can people seem too good to be real? They're people.
Okay, look. When I met Darren, I was getting my PhD. He was getting a master's degree from the same school, but his was in marine paleobotany.
Didn't you go to one of those gigantic schools? How did you even cross paths?
There was a talk being given at the library about, well, perilous adventure.
What? Kettle's psychic paper stole that too. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was also mildly unsettling.
I mean, what kind of perilous adventure are we talking about here?
Well, in this case, it was purely fictional. Most of the talk was about The Lost World.
By Conan Doyle?
I mean, yeah, but The Lost World is, also this name for the literary subgenre of science fiction that the Victorians got really into in the late 19th century. It covered a lot of that. I went because I was interested at the time in a writer named H. Rider Haggard.
Who?
I think he's most known for King Solomon's Mines.
Oh, yeah, he's the guy who created Alan Quatermain, yeah.
Yes, he was a very prolific author.
God, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is such a bad movie.
Okay.
Anyway, Kettle is back to full scale, creeping me out again. Why did she and her psychic paper know about that?
I mean, it's not like it's some super unique concept or anything.
It's a pretty big coincidence.
I mean, if we're denying the psychic paper's reality, which, I don't know, I'm inclined to believe it,
Ugh.
then maybe she's looked into me? Maybe it popped up?
Oh, you mean like old deleted Facebook photos?
What?
Just saying.
What did you find?
Well, first I did a search for his name, then I did a search for yours. Found out you went to the same school, did a search for you both and the school, and then a couple people's names popped up as mutual acquaintances. Checked them on Facebook, and 2 of them have super public profiles. You may have untagged yourself from their pictures, but the photos themselves are still there.
You're a truly terrifying human being.
Oh, thank you. Okay, anyway, keep going. So you're at this lecture.
Okay, so yeah, I'm at the lecture, and about halfway through, I turned in my chair, or shifted, or something, and I realized that this guy sitting on the other side of the room was, like, looking at me.
What? Sounds like a creep. Did you pepper spray him in the face?
No, wasn't like that. As soon as I looked over at him, he really quickly turned back to the presenter, pretending that he was super into the talk, but, like, after 5 seconds, he looked back at me, and when he saw that I was still looking at him, he gave me this sort of, like, sheepish shrug. It was really cute.
If you say so.
I do say so.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, after the talk was over, he came over to me. At first, I kind of thought maybe he was mistaking me for someone he knew, God, he was so handsome.
Define handsome.
I thought you saw pictures.
Tell me anyway.
Well, he had this dark hair that he kept brushed back, and these beautiful dark brown eyes, and God, he was just, when he came up to me, he had his hands in his pockets, and he seemed so nervous, and I totally thought it was just some kind of weird move, but that's how he was. He was earnest and sweet, and one of the most genuine people I've ever met.
What did he say?
That he'd found me much more interesting than the lecture, and asked if he could take me out for a cup of coffee.
Oh, what a line.
Hey, we started off talking about the lecture, and then we started talking about his fascination with Victorian taxonomy, and I talked about my interest in Victorian literature, and then we started talking about taxidermy in the Victorian age.
Oh my God. It's like a match made in nerd heaven.
It was. We sat in the coffee shop for 4 hours that first night. It was amazing, B. He was so smart, and he was fascinated by everything, including my own work. Do you know how hard it is to find people who will let you ramble at them about Victorian norms for an hour, let alone 4?
I mean, I wouldn't let you do it.
Exactly. He just understood me, and I understood him, and that was why, when he got his chance to go on that expedition, I didn't try to stop him. Wish I had.
I read he'd been on a bunch of expeditions before, though.
He'd been all over, looking for remnants of prehistoric plants, I guess. But I can't help feeling like I should have known.
Known what? How could you have possibly known that the expedition wouldn't even make it to the ocean before sinking?
Oh my God, they barely made it out of the harbor. It was only the first leg of the journey. Turned out the first ship's captain was a drunk.
So I read. It happened near here, didn't it? I read part of the expedition was financed through Briar University, actually.
Yeah, there was another professor here who had written a lot of really important books hypothesizing the existence of a prehistoric plant called, I don't know, maybe Cooksonia or something? I can't remember. Anyway, he got some kind of grant, and Briar University picked up part of the cost too. It was supposed to take just a year. They wanted to start here in the Restless River.
Whoever named it that should be shot.
It is a horrible name, but it's a really old river with a lot of tunnels and caves and things that go deep underground. They were going to investigate along the way and eventually reaching the next river, then the next, and then the ocean.
This was only supposed to take a year? It sounds like it would take forever.
There was a possibility allowed for extra time, I think.
Okay, so the boat sank in the Restless River. Not to be crass, but...
Why stop now, right?
How did they not find any of the bodies? I mean, Restless River is fast, but it's not that deep.
True, but it's not a particularly clean river, so visibility's pretty low. It doesn't help that the reigning theory is that Darren and the others capsized and got dragged under into one of the tunnels or caves or whatever.
Oh my God, so what, they didn't even try?
There was a preliminary search, but when the divers didn't turn anything up from that first day, it was determined the risk was too great, and yeah.
So, is that why you got a job here?
What, because they sank 2 miles from here? I mean, maybe, I don't know. It all came together so fast. He disappeared, and then not even a month later, I got the job offer to teach here.
I'm impressed you had your shit together enough to be applying for jobs while all that was happening.
I didn't, actually.
Oh, what?
I didn't apply here. I guess someone either got their hands on my dissertation or maybe saw one of my conference presentations or something.
That's weird.
I mean, I had a LinkedIn profile, and I also had my academic profile and stuff like that, so I don't know. Maybe they'd even heard about me through Darren? I'm not sure. It didn't seem all that strange at the time.
Ida, it sure seems weird now.
Well, how did you get here?
My husband worked here.
What?
Yeah, it's whatever.
You have a husband?
I mean, technically.
What? Where is he?
I don't know. I think he's in Brazil.
Doing what?
Living there.
What?
Look, it's a long story, and today is about you.
It's about... I thought today was about using Experience Caldwell's brainwave machine to see who's trying to send us messages through Ann's phone.
That, too.
I can't believe you're married.
It's a technicality more than anything, trust me.
I have no idea what that means.
Look, there was a Fish concert.
What? Like the band?
Yeah, It was this summer camp concert thing.
Okay.
And Rick was there.
Rick is the husband who lives in Brazil.
Yes.
And?
It was a great concert.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah. Anyway, we just haven't bothered with the divorce papers. We'll do it eventually.
What do you do for Christmas and stuff?
With Rick? Nothing. Like I said, he's in Brazil.
Oh my god, this is so strange.
Look, we'll talk about this some other time when we're not trying to contact the dead or whatever it is we're doing in an hour.
That's fine, I think. Okay, thanks for listening, B.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I know it has to have been hard to sit through, especially for you.
I'm surprised you told me. I figured you'd tell me to go away and then tell Anne or something.
Have you ever tried to talk to Anne about anything remotely romantic?
Only about succubi and bad 70s paperbacks.
She legitimately can't handle it. She gets this look on her face and then suddenly remembers important phone calls she has to return.
I mean, it's Anne. She's kind of like talking to a rock sometimes. Didn't her brother try to set her up on a bunch of dates like 2 years ago?
Hunter did? Why don't I remember this?
Oh, maybe it's something I just overheard her yelling at him about on the phone.
Are you sure those lanyards aren't from you? You know, some clever little ploy to listen in on everyone's conversations even more than you already do?
Please. I get my information the old-fashioned way. Internet stalking and good old-fashioned personal eavesdropping.
Well, I'm glad I have you to keep my secrets. You know, what with your marriage and all.
Yeah, fucking Rick.
When are we meeting downstairs?
7.
Holy crap, it's already 6 p.m.
Yeah. Want to grab a super quick dinner with us?
Who's us?
Anne and Horatio.
Horatio? Has he forgiven us for exploring without him?
Oh, he's fine. He blames me entirely. His librarian West has gotten decidedly frosty.
Poor Horatio. He makes the discovery and then we leave him behind.
Well, he'll be there tonight and he'll be there for dinner. You coming?
I'm doing updates to my syllabus again. I'll just meet you guys in Anne's office.
Fine. Want me to... What the fuck?
What happened?
Someone shoved my office door open. The hell was that for? I'm gonna... What the shit?
Who was it?
Apparently nobody. There's no one here. Oh, hold on. I think I see Anne down in the stacks. What the fuck?
Why would Anne shove your door open? That sounded super angry.
I don't know, but I don't see anyone else. I'm gonna go yell at her. I'll see you later, okay?
Well, now I'm really glad I'm not joining you for dinner. Don't kill each other. We have psychic telephone callers to talk to.
Ugh, I promise nothing.
Professor Winters?
Kettle, hi,
Are you okay?
me? I'm fine. Just grading, you know? Can really get you sometimes.
Well, I'm glad you're not reading my paper then.
Oh, no, not at all. Come on in, Kettle.
Are you sure it's a good time?
I'm fine, Kettle. Don't worry. My door's open for a reason. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I wanted to apologize.
For what?
Well, I think I kind of upset you the other day with my latest psychic vision.
Oh, Kettle, it's fine. I don't see how you could have known.
I wish I was better at this, like at understanding what's going on.
I think we all feel that way. It's okay, though. It's really not your fault.
But I upset you.
You didn't upset me. Whatever's happening around here is the culprit.
Yeah, it sure is.
Are you okay?
What do you mean?
You've had a heck of a year, Kettle, and now you seem to be getting messages from a whole host of strange sources. That would be enough to upset anybody.
You believe me?
Of course I do.
Because I don't think Dr. Caldwell is taking this seriously enough.
What do you mean?
Well, you know the psychic paper?
Yes, I know the psychic paper.
So we've been assuming I'm getting messages from an entity, from beyond.
Yes.
Well, I don't think I'm getting just one entity. I think I'm getting 4.
Wait, 4? Are you sure?
I'm positive. 4 different entities are trying to communicate with us.
From beyond?
Yes, from beyond. But seriously, I really do think we're dealing with 4 different entities.
Well, what makes you think that?
It's the messages. They're different.
You're gonna have to break down a little more than that for me, Kettle.
Okay, so the first entity, the one that I think has been communicating the longest, that one only ever seems to try to communicate via book titles.
Okay, yes, I know about that one.
Well, then there's the entity that only communicates through numbers.
You mean the Dewey Decimal System references?
Right! That's a pretty big jump to make in terms of communication, isn't it?
I see what you mean. It doesn't seem like something the same person would do.
Or entity.
Right. Or entity.
And then there's the one that just keeps sending hello over and over again.
Really? I don't think I know about that one.
Well, Dr. Caldwell thought the machine was malfunctioning and unplugged it for a while after that, and it didn't come through again, but I don't think it was messing up. I think it was another one.
All right, but that's only 3. You said 4. What?
I don't want to upset you.
You won't upset me, Kettle. And even if I do get upset, it won't be your fault.
Okay, so this afternoon, right before I came to find you, I was sitting alone in the lab. We've been having some problems with people apparently trying to use the lab when they're not scheduled, because the other day, Dr. Caldwell came in and found the door open.
What?
Right? Some people are so rude.
Was anything taken?
No, she'd taken the machine home with her that night. Sometimes she likes to work on it in her basement.
Well, that's good.
Yes, so now we try and make sure someone's in the lab whenever the machine is, because people clearly don't understand scheduling sign-in sheets. Anyway, I was in the lab, and I waited to come here until she came back to pick it up, so I'm sorry it took me longer than maybe it should have, but this came through right before Dr. Caldwell arrived.
Did you show it to her?
No.
Winter is coming. Look for the holes in the ice? What does that mean?
Well, at first I thought it was a Game of Thrones joke, but upon further consideration, I think it's about you.
Me? Winter like winters.
Yes, I think it's a warning about you.
But why? What am I supposed to be doing? Or coming from?
No, I think it's a play on words. I think it's a double meaning or whatever. Is there a word for that?
Doesn't matter. So, a double meaning, like winter for winters, and that it's gonna get bad?
Yes, I think it's saying that danger is coming. In Game of Thrones, that phrase means...
I may not be aware of much popular culture, but I'd have to be dead not to have heard of that phrase. And someone I was close with liked those books a lot.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I think it means that you're getting close to something and there is danger.
Look for holes in the ice.
Right. I don't know what ice they're talking about, though.
I think it just means that things aren't as sturdy as they seem around here.
Oh, like that closet I came out of? That's for sure.
So, you don't remember anything else about that?
No, sorry.
No, I'm sorry, Kettle. I'm sorry you've been dragged into this.
No, it's fine. I mean, it gives me a chance to prove myself.
Kettle, you don't need to prove yourself.
But I do. I need to show everyone, you know?
I don't?
Nobody ever takes me seriously. And I mean, I know, I've got kind of a goofy voice, but I can't really change that. And I know I get too excited about stuff, but that's who I am. And I just want to be someone who people can take seriously.
I take you seriously, Kettle.
You do?
Of course. You've been working so hard at this. You're finding out things that none of us could, and you're really helping us so much.
I think I kind of messed things up.
Who doesn't?
I mean, you and Librarian West and Professor Dye seem so put together.
Oh, God. Kettle. We are so not.
But...
Kettle, I think everyone feels how you do. We're afraid we're not enough, or that we're doing the wrong things, or making too many mistakes. But that's just what life is. What really matters is how we treat other people and how we each manage to keep pushing forward.
Like how we cope with life?
Exactly. I feel like I'm hanging on by the skin of my teeth most days.
That's such a weird phrase. We don't have skin on our teeth.
No, you're right. We don't. But dealing with life and making mistakes and needing help, that's just living. You don't need to be more than who you are, Kettle. You're here. You try to help and you try to be a decent human being. You don't have to be the best at anything to be worth something. You just have to try.
And I do. I do try.
You try so hard, Kettle. So hard. We all see that.
Thank you, Professor Winters.
You're welcome, Kettle Kelly Badger.
I can barely remember being called Kelly anymore. Kettle is so much more fun.
Well, that's... Hey, do you smell that?
What? Oh, no, is my deodorant not working? I'm trying this new brand that's supposed to be, all natural and stuff, but I don't think that...
No, it's not you. There's... God, where is it coming from?
I don't smell anything.
Oh, God, maybe I'm having a stroke. I could swear.
Oh, is it coming from the hallway?
Maybe.
Here, let me see. Oh, okay. I do smell something out here.
What's it smell like?
It smells like if pine trees were sexy.
Yeah, that's what... Wow, is it really strong out here?
Maybe your whale skeleton has started wearing cologne.
Wait, I know that smell.
Really?
That's Darren's smell.
Whoa. Psychic paper, Darren? Why does the whale skeleton smell like psychic paper, Darren?
I don't. Yeesh, I am going to have a heart attack.
Oh, the smell is going away.
Yeah, it is.
What was that?
I don't know. Hang on, let me just... Ida Winters.
It's Anne.
Hey, Anne. Weird things are happening up here.
Oh, weird things are happening down here, too. Seems to be a trend.
Uh-oh. Should I come now?
Yeah.
Okay, I have Kettle with me, though. Should I...
Keep her with you, bring her down.
Okay. Be right there. I guess we're getting started.
And I can come too?
Sounds like it's gonna get weird.
I like weird. Let's go.
Kettle, wait for me.
Surprise! Yay!
Part 2 is coming in 2 weeks.
And then it will be the end.
But hey, maybe if we get some Ko-Fi coffee bribes, we'll post it next Monday instead of in 2 weeks.
We don't know.
We're feeling unpredictable.
So head on over to ko-fi.com/academicosaurus and be just like Peter, Lisa, and Matthew, who we seriously appreciate. We're actually at just under 7 months of funded hosting, which is amazing. So to unlock the finale a week early, or maybe even sooner than that, throw a couple coffee bucks at us and we shall accept your bribes accordingly. But even if you don't, the final episode of Season 2 will be here in 2 weeks. We promise this time. So, get ready.
Ooh. Pretty good. Pretty nice.
did you want to do, Amanda? Where were you?
I'd safe to assume.
Oh,
I think
okay,
it's
gotcha.
where I screwed up. Sorry.
No.
Okay.
Shame.
All right.
Shame.
Right. Shame. That's so, Mary, you can do that intermittently.
That'll be our bloopers for this one. Just Mary saying shame when we don't do the lines right.
Right? Perfect.